Let's talk about the 1010 portal on October the 10th that's happening this year. This 1010 portal is no ordinary portal. The 1010 are the codes of creation, the masculine and the feminine, which reproduces into a whole new world. So what this code and this portal is about the secret codes of creation. It's about understanding the matrix on a deeper level, understanding it on a spiritual level, on a mechanical level, and also in a whole level. So this is going to be the time where you are going to be activated into understanding and understanding your world, your reality, understanding and understanding your codes of creation, your codes of divine union, and knowing how you can work with the polarities, the opposites, and how to kind of bring it together and merging it together for creation and working in divine union, producing the things that you're here to produce, create the things that you're here to create, and that's living your soul purpose. So in this video, I'm going to be transmitting through the codes that you're meant to receive, what this 1010 portal means, the 1010, how does that affect you, how you can work with it, how you can manifest, okay, how you can co-create, and what is it that you need to know to upgrade to your next level template. So let's get into it. I wore this shirt for you, the zebra, the black and white, okay, the 10. I hope this makes sense. Okay, so just saying this is for you. So when I'm tuning into this energy, the first thing I'm getting for you, this is the code of knowing that when when I say we come from the one source, the one consciousness. There's always the one. And when we go into this dimension, things split, okay? All of a sudden, that one split in two. Masculine, feminine, male, female, black, white, this, that, right? Small, big, whatever. So things split. And all of these things that is seemingly separate is going to create these type of experience for you to come together, because the code of creation is the one, and the one is the all that is, and one is what the moment when the one splits, all its parts is naturally encoded for it to come together with the one. So another way of explaining this is the moment you're born, you want to go back to source, right? It's like the moment that you're born, like you kind of start dying at the same time, right? And the whole time we're like, I want to find meaning in life. I want to, come to enlightenment. That's come into enlightenment with source. You know what that means, right? Like you die and then you come back to source and then you repeat this cycle. So this is the whole thing. This is the whole game. This is the whole paradox. So there's like no beginning or end, but that's why we kind of are here in this material realm, the 3D world, to have that experience. But the thing with the 3D world is that separations can be a really beautiful, like what's it called, simulation ground for you to experience all these things. But at the same time, it can cause a lot of confusion and suffering, because when we're in separation, the design is supposed to be very painful. So all of these things are going to be also the codes of divine union. And I'm not going to go deep into it in this video. I'm going to touch on this for sure, because it's very important on the October the 10th. And this is something that's important for you to know. But if you want me to talk more about it, just comment below divine union. I'm going to make a separate full-on video explain to you what this means, how you can come together into union with your divine counterpart. I already made 2 videos, so I will link it down below. But if you want me to keep on making a series, I'll definitely do that. Okay, just type below. So what this is about is that you are being reminded that your world is not just a 3D world. When you're in the 3D world, you're only seeing matter. Okay, you're only seeing the manifested. But the true creation comes from connecting with the source consciousness. So you're working with the higher realm. You're working with the spiritual realm. So when you're working in this spiritual realm, there's no time, there's no space. Everything is already done. It's like that moment, before you die. It's like, like that, what is it called, near death, right? A moment or experience. And then like in the movie they show everything flash before your eyes in a 1 second, from child to death. You know what I'm saying? That moment, it's like that. Everything happens in a blink of an eye. And now we're in this time and space realm, so things seems like there's a past, there's a future, there's a sequence, and we're just going through the emotions. So why is this important for you to know and understand with this 1010 portal? Well, 1 masculine, 0 feminine, right? So what this means is that the feminine is that 0 energy when you open yourself up to infinite source. That's the portal, right? The portal is the portal of creation is through the feminine. That's why feminine energy is the one that gives birth. Female are the one with the womb space and give birth. And male, okay, is the tunnel. Is the tunnel where things get initiated, where things get manifested, where things get materialized. So what that means for you is that when you say, I only want to work with my feminine energy, or I only want to work with my masculine energy, or men are better, or women are better, or this is better, black is better, white is better. When you're thinking like that, you're not powerful. So this is a very important thing for you to understand about manifestation, is that we need both, right? Co-creation, manifestation, you need both. You need a masculine, you need a feminine. You need a material, you need the spiritual. You need to master your spiritual abilities, and you need to master your material world. So you can't just be here saying, I struggle with money, but I'm so, powerful, and I struggle with relationship, but I'm so psychic. You're not balanced. You're not truly powerful. So when you are experiencing these things, what this means that you're rejecting either your feminine or your masculine energy. Okay, and if you want to balance all the chakras, all the masculine chakras, all the feminine energy points, tap below. There's this thing that I did. It's a 2-hour energy activation called the Star Seed Light Worker Energy Activation. For those of you who know that you're meant to have a big purpose and you are not seeing your material world like materializing for you, like money, following, tangible result, that's gonna recalibrate things. Okay, so that link for that is down below. When you're tapping into this portal of the 1010, two things are gonna happen. The first thing is that you are going to be aware of the masculine energy and the feminine energies of your world. You're going to be aware of the polarization, the differences, like the black and white, the tall and short, the male and female. You're starting to notice, okay, opposite energies, and then you're noticing that you need both. And you're going to be start noticing that where you are rejecting either ones. Because when we reject any part of that, we're rejecting the part of us. Because source consciousness is one, okay? Source consciousness is just oneness. And that's what we all strive to be in, right? So when we say, I want to be in oneness, I want to be in love and light, that's not actually correct. Because love and light, you associate it with good. But it's not. Like, light doesn't mean good. Okay, so what this means is that you cannot reject your shadow. That's why we do the shadow work. That's why I wear this for you. Okay, black and white. You need to understand that once you don't integrate all parts of yourself, you're going to start judging other people. When you judge yourself, you judge other people. When you don't forgive yourself, you hold other people in binds and handcuffs. Okay, you're gonna imprison other people when you don't free yourself. It's like that kind of energy. So this 1010 portal, okay, that's what I'm saying. The first thing is about noticing the separation, the contrasting effect, and ask yourself, why are you perceiving such differences as a bad thing? It's like, my point is right, their point is wrong. Can you begin to see things in a more neutral sense? Can you understand that you are no light worker, okay, without the shadow or the dark energy or whatever, you cannot play the hero if there's no bad guys. Do you understand that? So this is the portal where it brings through consciousness. And whenever we talk about energy portals, we're talking about a portal of consciousness ascension and expansion. So that's why on the 1010 portal, I'm going to be posting an energy activation here for you on YouTube. Okay, you can check the down below if it's out already. If it's not out, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. So then check back on my channel for that energy activation where I go really deep into, all these DNA activation, light language activation, bringing up and to your forefront of your true power, your true template. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for you here on YouTube. tapping into that energy of we need both, and we cannot reject parts of ourselves, because the path to the divine union is integration of the feminine and the masculine, of the this and that. And when we reject parts of ourselves, we're going to be dealing with the fragments, and we're going to be dealing with the shadows. And until we understand it, that's why they call it karmic relationship or karma. And what karma means is lesson. Until you learn the lesson, and the lesson is everything is one, everything is part of you. When you don't reject anything or anyone, when you understand that all is love, okay, all is one, all is just is, okay, there's no judgment. Judgment is of the ego. Things that just is in the spiritual realm. So once you understand that, you're going to go through life in a more stable and more level-headed way, and you're not going to be overreacting. You're going to be so angry. You're going to be an eye for an eye, okay, kind of person. So when you understand that, you become already a very high vibrational being, because you understand it in a deep way. Okay, you understand it in the true way. You understand the law of nature, the law of creation. So the second thing that you're going to notice that's going to happen, and things are going to naturally bring to your awareness on the 1010 portal, is the energy of cosmic completion. So 10 is the number of completion, is the number of, like from 1 to 10, like fulfillment, right? Think about what the number 10 means. It's like you started from 1, now you're at the 10 level. So that could mean that a completion of a cycle, you're graduating, you're learning the lesson, you finally arrived at your destiny, you finally received your grand manifestation. So this can be a very exciting time for that. So what you can be experiencing around the 1010 portal is a realization of your wholeness and your completeness. So if you're someone who's been battling with self-love, okay, you've been battling with self-worth, self-esteem stuff, not feeling good enough, not feeling whole and complete, this 1010 portal is going to bring up, okay, again, the light and the shadow is going to bring up the areas where you have honestly did a good job. Okay, maybe some of you guys who went through really toxic family upbringing, and you're like, oh my God, it's a freaking miracle that I'm in like this love and light realm. It's a miracle that I didn't turn out like my brother or my mom or my whatever, because it could have been a lot worse given where I came from. Let me know if you feel that way. And I'm so proud of you. Seriously, I'm so proud of you. And I think I had a moment, even last night, I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, like who I am now is a freaking miracle. For like everything that was conditioned onto me, onto my lineage, and the person I could be if I chose another path, if I chose to feel bad for myself, I chose to be a victim, like I could have gone like another path. But no, I chose to be open-hearted, I chose to be soft, I chose to be powerful, I chose to be free. Like I was having a moment, like I'm proud of myself. So I want you guys to take a moment, okay? Do it with me. I'm proud of me, okay? I'm proud of me. No, really, I'm proud of you. Good job, okay? And then the second part here is that your shadow is going to also be illuminated, meaning that where you are still giving away your power. So where you're like, oh, I want to feel safe. I need a man. I need a man to make me feel safe. Oh, I want affection. I want warmth. I want love. I need a woman. I need a woman to cuddle. I need a woman to kissy me. Okay? I need a woman to scratch my chin and tell me I'm a good boy. Okay? This is where you are still playing with the fragmented part of yourself, because there's only the one. You cannot outsource your love, your affection, your validation onto anything or anyone. And you might think that it's all fine and good, but it's not. You're still playing with this loop of shadows and illusions. And you're gonna attract, sure, people who will rub your chin, who will tell you that you're pretty and beautiful, who will, come and be this macho man with the big muscle and looks like, he's the protector or whatever, but he doesn't even protect you from himself. Maybe he's the problem, maybe he's the toxic one. Because the thing is, all of these teachers, they're here to teach you that you cannot outsource your love. You cannot outsource the things that you want the most, because you are the one that you've been looking for. You're the one that you're actually looking for. I know you don't want to hear it. I know maybe it's easier to have a babe by your side and, call it a life, but it's not like that. You'll never be happy, truly. If you outsource your love, you outsource your sense of wholeness, your sense of achievement, your sense of self-confidence, anything onto another person, what happens if they're not here? What happens if they leave? What happens when they cheat on you? What happens when they walk away? What happens when they break up with you? Then who are you? A piece of loser? You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people suffer in this 3D realm, because they outsource things. They outsource things onto, I'm pretty because of my makeup. I'm pretty because of my clothes. I am this person because of my degree. What if it's all taken away? Then who the F are you? Worthless? Useless? You know what I'm saying? So that's why you need to come whole and complete. You have to know that your sense of beauty is from within. Your sense of love is from within. Your sense of confidence is from within. And when you internalize that, you understand that actually, nothing and nobody, okay? People can be moving and doing crazy stuff, leaving, exiting, coming in, coming out, okay? Doing whatever they want, roller coaster, but you are still stable. You know what I'm saying? You are immovable. I don't know what that word is. Okay, you are unshakable because you're not a puppet. Like imagine, okay, a puppet with the puppet strings, and all these strings are all the attachment and all the things that you've outsourced yourself out. So it's like I outsource my love to my husband. I outsource self-care to this thing. I outsource my sense of worthiness to my Chanel bag or whatever, right? So when these things get taken away, they're moving you like a little puppet on the string, and you're never gonna be free. You can look like you're a free person, but you're like imprisoned. So you're not gonna be happy. So this 1010 portal is that completion of cycle, but also illumination of the light and the darkness, because everything here is for your soul to be free. Soul freedom, liberation, right? And this is what I got, and it's what I teach people. So if you don't come to me hoping that I'm going to solve your problem, I'm not going to solve your problem. I'm a big mirror, I'm a big strong mirror for you. I'm channeling through your higher self. I'm reflecting back to you your shadows and your light. And then I'm going to offer you a choice. A lot of people come to me when they're at the fork in the road, the choice point. I offer you the choice. It's like the Morpheus moment, the blue pill or the red pill. I show you this is you and your power. I show you this is the path. If you're going to go down that, whatever dark path again, what will you choose? Okay. And from that point, we can work. We can open up the field. Okay. And if you're interested in that, I work with you one-on-one down below on the Divine Template Activation. This is only for my New Earth leader. If you know that you're here for a big purpose to play in the new earth, that session is for you, okay? And we work on that on a very high level. So the 1010 ultimately is the code of the matrix for you to know that your power is embodying your light and embodying your darkness. You don't run away from your light, meaning that if you know your purpose is to be seen, to be heard, to be felt, you don't run away from that. You lean into it, okay? And if you know that your purpose is to help a lot of people or be in the public eye or create this thing and that thing, what about your shadow? Oh, I was bullied, or I was shut down, and I think my voice is bad, or my whatever. All these shadows are going to block you from doing the thing that you're meant to do. So you have to face your shadow. You have to look at your shadows in the eye, and you're like, is it true? Is it true that my life, I need to be bounded by fear? Is it true that I am the person who's gonna, have the tail tucked in between my legs, and that's the person that I'm proud to be? Is that true? So this is what it is. This 1010 portal is reflecting back to you. What the F do you want? What the F do you want to do with your life? And if you find my energy is a bit intense and in your face, because that's just who I am and that's just what I'm here for, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Like, there's no faking, there's no fluffing. This is your life we're talking about, right? Are you here to live a life based on some condition and then you're going to continue doing that? You know you're not happy. You know it's not your full potential. I don't have to tell you that. You know it, right? If you're not happy about it, you either do something about it and be proud of yourself that you did something about it, or you're going to continue and go down that rabbit hole, and then who's to blame? You're gonna blame yourself, you feel bad for yourself. Okay, if not, then you're gonna blame your parents, you're gonna blame your ex, you're gonna blame this toxic person, and you're gonna start calling them narcissist and a-hole and mf, whatever. Like it's not gonna get you anywhere. Okay, so this 10-10 portal is like a wake-up call. You either wrap it up, wrap the old cycle, and decide to start a new one, right? So when we're done with the 10, we begin again, right? We begin again. We start from the 0 infinite possibility, and the 1 is the choice. So what happens now is that you complete an old cycle, so now you have all these pathways opening up for you. And that's the path where a lot of people get really scared, because they're in the void. They're like, I don't know what to do. I quit my job. Or if I quit my job, what am I going to do? And I'm telling you, that is the hardest part. Because if you're in the void and you're scared and you let fear consume you, then you're not going anywhere, because you're going to go back to the old because you think it's safe. Even if it's toxic, it's safe. That's why they say any pattern that feels familiar to you, it's not because it's safe, but it's because it's from your family, like familial, okay? Anything that feels familiar is from your familial, okay? Family patterns. So even when your family is toxic, when they ignore you, when they abuse you, when they, call you names, when they don't believe in you, so you're going to continue to seek out partners that abuse you and they do toxic things to you. And you're going to go back to them again and again because it feels familiar. And you associate familiar is safe, but is it safe? If I give you an option to be with a healthy person or to be with a toxic person, what will you choose? Your right mind would choose the healthy person. But you know what? Most people, they wouldn't. They would sabotage it. They would run away from it. Why? Because they're stuck in a loop. They're stuck in a pattern, a familiar pattern. So they'll always find that like unbalanced, chaotic, toxic person or situation attractive. They'll manifest these health issues. They'll manifest these cycles of scarcity and financial instability because it feels familiar. That's what their parents exhibit. That's what they were shown when they're young. So a lot of these things are unconscious manifestations. So the 1010, the 1010 portal, is asking you to hit that big cosmic reset. Reset on what it means to be in your sovereignty, to be free of conditioning. What would you choose? Your true, smart, wise, highest self will choose the healthy love, will choose the true path, will choose freedom, will choose happiness. So why are you, let me ask you, so why are you choosing to be at the job that you don't love? Why are you choosing to be with that person who doesn't really love you and you don't really care about that person? But what are you going to do? Start over, date someone new? You've been with them for 5-10 years? Because of fear. Because of all these things, because you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe what you deserve. You don't believe that there's a 10 out of 10 waiting for you. You don't love yourself in that level. And you will say, this is the responsibility. This is how I'm supposed to do. I have kids. I have this. I have that. You will think of all of these reasons. But let me tell you something. If we live in an internet age, in a digital era, you will find people who have kids, who are single mothers, traveling the world. Okay? And now apparently you can't because what? You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to do something, you either find a reason and you make it happen because you know it's true, or you're gonna make excuses because you don't believe that it could happen, or you don't want to bet on yourself. And sometimes this is something that you have to face. Okay? You either think of yourself as a weak ass person, okay? Or you look at yourself saying that I'm a fighter, I'm a warrior, I'm a light warrior. I choose my destiny, I'm in power, I'm the creator of my life. Okay, I want you to comment below, say it with me. I am the creator of my life. I get to choose. Okay? So whenever you're finding yourself in this moment, in this choice point, I'd like you to press this invisible cosmic reset button. And that's going to reset everything in this moment. Okay? In this moment, you can be born anew. In this moment, you can begin again. In this moment, you can choose again. Every moment we have, every split moment is a choice point. Do you know that? You say all of these things happen to me and I'm not happy, but do you understand in this moment, your smile is not dependent on what happened to you. It's depending on, do you choose happiness? Do you choose to smile? Do you choose to be in gratitude? Because let me tell you something, everything here, everything in this world, so much beauty, so much blessing, but maybe you don't see it, so it doesn't exist. But it happens. There's air, you're breathing. Can you give thanks for that? Okay, what about, oh, I'm sick and I'm that, but you're able to move your hands, you're able to move your arms, you're able to hug the one you love. Isn't that something to be grateful for? Isn't that something worth smiling for? You know what I'm saying? So this 10-10 portal is really bringing up that perspective, right? And the contrast, the black and white, it's going to bring you the harsh lesson. It's not like a la-di-da-di-da energy. It's quite intense, right? It's a quite intense energy because it's bringing things into perspective. It's bringing things into balance. So this is why you have to take a harsh, hard, true, deep look into your life and ask yourself, where am I not happy in my life? And how am I perpetuating that cycle? Because until you take accountability for it and stop blaming, right? You take full accountability without blaming yourself as well. Okay, don't do that. Just realize that you have the power. You have the power to choose again. You have the power in this moment to choose to look at things differently, to choose another path, to start saying no, to start saying yes, to start walking away, to close up the chapter. You have that power. Even if it's one little thing that you do, you have that power. So all of these energies is coming through and it's really an intense time, guys. But I'm really excited for you because I really believe you cannot break through to that next level. Okay. By the way, the next portal we have is the 1111 portal. That is a big portal. Okay. For divine union, for alignment. Okay. Spiritual portal is one of the biggest portal of the year. And we're preparing for that shift right now. Okay. But if you're not closing up the loop on the 1010, you're still playing with the shadow. You're still playing with the fragmented parts of you. You're still playing with that weak ass version of you that I know you're not. Both you and I know that you're not. It's not doing you justice. It's not your true self. Your true self is peaceful, it's happy, it's graceful, it's loving, it's sharing, it's helpful, it's kind. So I don't know what the F that version of you is. You gotta let him go. You gotta let her go with love, with gratitude, with grace. Okay? So I want to hear, what is it that you are letting go? Okay? What are you no longer entertaining? I want you to comment below. I am no longer entertaining blank. Okay? That's my homework for you. I'm letting go of blank. Okay? I want you to write it down. I want you to understand the lesson. And also, I want you to comment below, what is it that you're stepping into now? I am choosing to step into blank. I am choosing to step into healthy love. I'm choosing to step into my power. I'm choosing to step into my sovereignty. Say it out loud, comment below, like each other's posts, okay? Help each other out. We're in this together, we're all one. And look out for that energy activation. Like I said, it's either down below or it's out already. This is Tina Wong, and I love you so much.